the show is all about finding the wildest house out there. You've kind of seen everything from pirate ships to the house shaped like a boot in the new episode. Has there been one that maybe you'd actually consider buying or you could see yourself living in, or are they just so out there you could never?
No, I mean, like there are many where I'm like, oh, this would be nice. I have to be honest, I don't like cold weather. So some of the houses we saw, especially in season two, were really fun, but it was so cold. I was like, oh man, this bermed earth hobbit house in Wisconsin is super fun, but boy, is it cold. Um, and there was one in season one. We saw this beautiful house in Palm Springs that had this huge Olympic-sized pool in the front yard, this
Mm.
incredible view of the hills of Palm Springs. And it was Pepto-Bismol pink, but I mean, that's what paint's for.
I would say, and when in Palm Springs, that's kind of the vibe.
Exactly,
So,
right? Exactly. But no, they've been so fun. And also too, I mean, like, who am I to judge? I bet if any of these homeowners came to my house, they were like, oh, it's cute. It's very boring. And I'm like, oh well, you know, different strokes for
I was
different folks.
I was gonna say, how wild is your own home, and does it make you feel like yours is a little boring in comparison?
I mean, it does, but here's the thing, I'm okay with boring because I mean, so
Yeah.
much of what I have to do for work is kind of like big and fast and chaotic. I like coming home to just, I like to breathe. I like to not think. I like, clean counter spaces. I don't like chaos when I don't have to have it.
Got it.
So yeah, mine is boring. I mean, it's still pretty perfect for me. I have a pool, Brian. I have a pool.
That, that's what you need. With that, I'm sold.
I've made it. I've made it. Take that, Hollywood. You said it couldn't be done.
And, along with all these wild homes, you do get to also meet some pretty interesting characters who own them. Just what has it been like for you to interact with some of the homeowners themselves and learning their stories behind some of the choices they've made?
That has actually been my favorite part because I mean, you know me, I can make friends with wallpaper, but these people are letting us into their homes to show just a very personal aspect of their lives. And so many of the stories, are fun or whimsical or anything like that. Some can be very poignant. So we were in Golden, Colorado, and got to hear the story from our homeowner Benito, who designed and built his house with his wife, who has since passed, and just the
Mm.
meaning behind every, square foot of it, and the whole motif of angels throughout it. Just, this whole family who bought a Wild West town, and so they're all sleeping in the hotel and they all eat their meals in the saloon. And like, how crazy is that? But to like hear why they chose to do it, hear how they made it happen, hear how they feel about it. That's been the most fun for me. I mean, on top of seeing all these crazy things, like just
Right.
hearing their stories and hearing like, why did you do this?
And I think a different version of this show with a different kind of host, it could go in a different way where you'd almost be making fun of them, but you are such like a positive person with a positive attitude that comes across. Do you ever feel
Well,
like you have to rein yourself in, or is it just, you're curious, you're asking these questions, that's how you feel?
rein in the positivity. No, that's pretty much all my garden grows. One, I think, unintended result of this show is that kids have been tuning in. And, I'm sure
Mm.
HGTV is like, yes, we're getting those, 7-year-old purchasing power. They're going to be buying the houses. But what I
All
like,
their appliances.
but what I do like about it is easy and it is fun and it is not hurtful or cynical or anything like that. And I really like that. HGTV was very accommodating early on when, the whole thing was coming about. I was like, hey, I'm not the comedian who's like, snarky or gonna tear you down or embarrass you or anything. And they're like, perfect. We want this to
Mm.
be positive and exploratory and celebratory. I kind of like just having the curiosity of a kid going into these houses. And I mean, sometimes you can't help it. You're like, oh, dude, you got
Right.
a slide in your house. Or, like, whoa, everything is pink. So,
And I follow the Instagram account Zilla Gone
yeah.
Wild. Do you ever like flag ones that you see on there and you're like, I want to go here. Can we try and get that? Like, how involved are you when it comes to picking the houses you actually get to go see?
Brian, quite the opposite. The producers are pretty insistent that I do not do any homework because they want to
Okay.
capture those reactions, live on camera, which is super great. And also, too, I mean, just being a lazy student, if someone tells you like your homework is to not do homework, you're like, okay,
Great.
yay, I win. But I really do just like being surprised too.
Mhm.
So I kind of enjoy that part of it. With that being said, our producer, Samir Mizrahi, is the one who created the Instagram account. And so he said that it's taken such a fun evolution where now so many houses are being submitted to him instead of him just
Oh, I'm
having to like
sure.
scroll through so many. I like the fact that I just get to do the live version of what so many people do online. You know, it's like I'm doing it in your stead for you on your behalf.
And I had to circle back to just your positivity, your personality. While I was doing research for this interview, I came across some tea about you on Reddit that I just have to share.
Uh, what is
From
it?
someone who used to work at an improv theater where you would perform with Paul Scheer.
Okay.
It started with he's not as nice as you think it is, dot dot dot. But then in all caps, he's actually nicer than you could ever imagine.
Don't do that to me. You're very rude.
Oh, that's what all the comments were too. They were like, "How could you? You really had me going. Like you were
No,
about to
like
ruin my dreams."
I'm not gonna lie. And I know people like roll their eyes and think I'm just like saccharine sweet, but my whole thing is like it doesn't feel good to me to wake up angry. It doesn't feel good to me to make anyone else feel bad. And one thing I loved about stepping into improvisation as my, like career, inherently, it is all about teamwork and collaboration, ensemble, taking care of your partner, making your partner look better than you. I like that. And now I'm just at an age and a stage in my career, I don't need attention. I don't need fame. I don't need that stuff. It's fun for me to root for my buddies. It's
Mhm.
fun for me to celebrate anyone with a passion, anyone with direction and motivation. Like, let's see more of that. Let's do for it. Go for it. Go be the best version of that you can do. That feels good to me. So I know everybody's being like, all right, what's this living cartoon character trying to tell me? but I mean, it comes honest. That's what I'll say.
Nice. I think that's what everyone hopes and expects from you too, and they are
Right.
not disappointed.
Or could you imagine? Could you imagine? I just take off my wig and I'm just a jerk. I think the camera's off. I just start smoking.
They get you at a hot mic moment.
Ugh, ugh, Brian, what a jerk.
And now between this show, Red has got Ugliest House in America, Celebrity IOU, even shows like Down Home Fab. There are a lot of like celebrities kind of joining the HGTV world. How has it been for you to kind of get into this space? And is there a former co-star or friend of yours that you would love to see on the network too?
Good question. Well, it's all very new to me. So I was a
Yeah.
little trepidatious, just saying yes in the first place. I was actually in touch with Retta quite a bit, like, hey, is this a good idea? What do you think? And she was like, do it. She goes, it's a lot of travel, but if you can do that, do it. I am grateful. Now, I will say this. I know that HGTV viewers are used to a certain kind of host, a certain type of show. So I want them to know I come hat in hand. I'm not here to be like, yeah, we're, taking HGTV and reinventing it. Absolutely not. I am honored to be a part of, what their programming is. And I know, like, I'll be the first to say, I'm not very smart about real estate. For me, the joy of the job is the learning. The joy of the job is exploring and figuring it out with you, the audience, in pretty much real time. Um, would I love to see some other celebrities join? Sure. I mean, first of all, how fun would it be to have a Jack and Retta crossover sometime?
Right?
I got to film a promo with David Bromstead, and he was a delight. I always get nervous meeting like, established HGTV people because again, I don't know what I'm talking about. But so far, everyone has just been amazing. I kind of can't believe I have this opportunity. Never in a million years to be like, you know what? One day I'm going to host an HGTV show.
Right?
Here we are.
when you are filming a show, and it's something you said Retta brought up was about the travel. Just how has it been kind of going all over the place? Because you are all over the country, and are there areas that maybe surprised you?
You know, I loved going to, I'd never been to Taos, New Mexico before.
Hmm.
Gorgeous, beautiful. There were so many like cities that I had not been to. Sarasota, Florida. I will admit I'm not a fan
My
of.
parents are there.
Is that
Well,
true?
yeah.
I mean, we saw a couple of really cool houses there. We saw this one house, it was built to look like a ship. And then next to it, a little guest house built to look like a lighthouse. The ship was so precise, the floors were slanted on purpose to be like in a real ship.
Oh, wow.
But so I've been able to go to all these interesting places. I do want to make sure that I'm not getting so used to associating travel with work that I don't
Mm,
travel for fun. You know what I mean? I think
yeah.
I've just gotten used to like packing my outfit, packing my
Mm.
Converse shoes that I will wear on camera. You know, like thinking of it like, okay, what is the job this week? That I don't just like pick up and grab a bag and go to somewhere I've never been before, or join a friend in Europe just because they're going. Um, I mean, I'm not getting any younger. I'm going to be 30 soon, Brian. Why are you
Me
laughing?
too.
Why are you
Me
laughing?
too.
Why are we, there we
Same.
go.
Yeah.
There. This is a
We
great
must have
interview.
that same birthday.
End of interview. End of interview. What am I waiting for? Why don't I go to these fun and gorgeous and crazy places that I've just never had the chance to go to yet?
Yeah, well, to quote Retta, treat yourself.
That's right. Well played. Well played, sir.